Patrick Bateman. Excuse me, my eyes are kind of dirty. Although I just had a shower. This is an important one because this is huge. This is huge news actually. So, Patrick Bateman, Bruce Wayne, Bateman, Batman. What's the connection there? What happened? What is going on there? As you might remember, at the end of, and this is complete conjecture, a possible connection, possible and probably more likely reality that could exist. Okay, I'll go into it. So, you have Patrick Bateman, rod up his ass, salesman or big time businessman kind of guy, demonstrated by the compliment was sufficient, Lewis. Thank you. And let's see Paul Allen's card. He craves status. He doesn't really like people touching. So, and the final, most fucked up is, oh, why did you get a job? Why didn't you get killing a black tramp on the streets of, was it LA? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, trying to find a connection between Patrick Bateman and Batman. So at the end of American Psycho, spoiler! You don't want to see my black teeth at the back of my mouth now, but no, you didn't, so it's all good. Anyway, so he has this whole speech like, you might shake my hand and feel it there, feel the flesh, but there is simply nothing there, because he got away with all the murders, and he doesn't know how to connect with people anymore. I think probably due to some childhood spoiling, where he had maybe had a racist father who encouraged racism and encouraged him to be a bully, most likely. And I would imagine that over the 80s, the 90s, people kind of would allow, like, maybe turn a blind eye to that, to him kind of saying, I chop off women's heads, because for example his girlfriend relies on him for status, for support, and why would he say that? Why would he even do that? It doesn't even make any sense. So she ignores it, and so do his friends ignore his crazy behavior. But over time, people are going to start noticing some businessman killing black tramps in the streets and killing prostitutes and friends of big time businessmen in the city. So I imagine, and this is the key part, he moved. Just as the wall started closing in, and he started to realize that, okay, yep, they're gonna start realizing now, and they're gonna throw me in jail, or it's gonna be the electric chair, because I can't stop killing. So he moves to Gotham, and he looks just like a kid who's disappeared for 15 years in Bruce Wayne. Maybe a long lost cousin, or maybe he is Bruce Wayne. Maybe he just went, but he tried to do it, and he just went. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go to Ra's al Ghul, and I'm gonna learn all I need to know. But wait, there's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu school just down the street in New York. Oh, wait, what? Yeah, man, you can learn it. Right here. Bruce Lee started in America too. Oh, I don't have to go all that way. You know what? I need a break from Gotham City. I'm gonna go and see what New York's like, or wherever. LA, I think it was, and see what LA's like. And then he goes off to see LA, and all that anger just pours out, and he's like, "Fuck these people! I'm gonna kill a black tramp. I'm gonna kill a prostitute. I'm gonna kill this prick who reminds me of men who smooze of my father." Finally, Gah! Axe to the hip. Gah! Ah, God, that felt good. And then he, using realizing, okay, killing is bad, and he has in fact become the American Psycho. He goes back to Gotham City. Either American Psycho is just a guy who's bullied, who's bullying, in whom bullying was encouraged, bullying and racism was encouraged, or he was actually Bruce Wayne who went to another part of America to get a break from the limelight and use his obvious talents gained from his father as a businessman to develop himself, and became the ultimate prick just to make it. And he comes back to Gotham City, takes over the place of a man who looks like him, and Alfred's eyes aren't too good, so he's like, Bruce, is that you? Yeah. Bruce, oh my God, yes. Yes. It's been, how long's it been? 15 years. Where you been, lad? Where you been? And he's just happy to see him, and Patrick Bateman, American Psycho, down on his luck, running out of money, maybe, just takes the opportunity. He's an opportunist to live in a mansion and fuck hot ballerinas for the rest of his days. But then he sees a lot of the same patterns coming up in Gotham City, and he decides, I gotta do something about this. I feel real fucking bad about killing that tramp, and those prostitutes didn't deserve that. Okay. And maybe he deserved that. Okay, he didn't. He didn't deserve it, but he was an asshole. He was a fucking asshole. I admit it, I enjoyed it, but now I sent flowers and money to his family, okay? But now I'm gonna go non-lethal. I'm gonna go 100% motherfucking justice on these assholes. Because I got the money, I got the time, I got the jujitsu, baby. So what the fuck am I gonna do with my time? Alfred! Get a Fox on the phone. Yeah, black guy. You could tone down the racial commentary, could you? Alfred, not being so used to that, being from Britain, where it's not so racially tense, at least not in my experience anyway. Especially with guns around, I can't even imagine living in America. Anyway, the other point. So we have two options here. I actually just thought that Patrick Bateman might be a long lost cousin, or just a white guy who looks kind of like Bruce Wayne, and Bruce Wayne might have died trying to fulfill his dream of becoming a great warrior and coming back to Gotham and fighting crime. And that's why he was declared dead, because he was dead. And then Alfred was just like, oh yes, he's alive, yes. And who wouldn't be like that with the son, the cute, beautiful, full of potential, bright-eyed, enthusiastic son whose life was dashed by the death of his parents arriving back. But that's the theory. Either Bruce Wayne died trying to become the Batman, or a man who could be the Batman, or he instead of going so arduously to, where was he even going? Indonesia, Nepal, or China to learn all this Brazilian jiu-jitsu and whatnot. I mean, okay, you're going to learn the authentic thing, and of course they didn't teach us all their secrets. So yeah, he probably did. Probably once he came back to Gotham, given he did become Patrick Bateman, because he wanted everyone to fear him. He called himself Bateman. What do I fear the most? I want to be the most feared man in the city, so I am the most powerful, and no one is gonna kill me or my wife. No one, because I'm Patrick Bateman, theoretically Batman, but Patrick Bateman, and no one fucks with me. No one. Him in the early days when he wasn't so. The compliment was sufficient, Lewis. When he's kind of articulated his bullying, his fearsome rapport much more. So either that, he died on the way, or he became Patrick Bateman in a rage, learned, got a taste for killing, felt terrible about it, came back to Gotham, and in order to redeem himself, became the Batman. What do you think? Marcus Munya, out.